We are discussing the issues surrounding members of Architects for Change. We had Crane O'Neill before the break, but we've decided to bring in another member of Architects for Change, Dr. Kuda Mochabare, who's here as well. And now with him is also still the president of the Council for Architectural Profession, Shine Lucan. And before the break, we're talking about the issues that Architects for Change have raised. One of the issues that they are also raising is that the members that are on your staff, for SACAP for instance, some of them are not actual qualified architects. How do you then respond to that? How do you justify the members when the law says you should have qualified architects on your as your members? Okay,
I would like to respond. We all know in the profession that that's not entirely correct. We follow the Architectural Professions Act, which, as Crano has outlined, registers 4 categories, from architect to senior technologist, technologist and draftsman. So we are bound to actually implement the regulations of ourselves in terms of appointing these people, and everybody on the board are appropriately qualified and are appointed by the minister. So we follow that. I mean, you need diversity on a board to transform the profession from what used to be a purely architects council to one that is the council for the architectural profession. We need to have a broad representative range of people and persons with different skills and different backgrounds if we really want to drive the transformation agenda. Dr.
Kudu, I want to bring in the petition. Tell us a little bit about the petition and who's part of the petition. What then happens now?
To start with, I'm a messenger of Change for Architects for Change. The petition was brought by disgruntled practitioners of architecture profession. The constituents of the architects at this moment are quite unhappy with SACAP. There are 5 main reasons.
Okay.
They have failed to produce identity of work in the past 10 years. The interim identification of work that has been produced is nothing but a worthless paper as far as we see it. It is bringing confusion in the industry and making everybody equal when they are not equal in the profession. Let me give you an example. Like in the medical profession, there are doctors, specialists, nurses, but the lack of identification of work document means that nurses can do doctors' work.
Okay, I understand.
And that's where the problem is. Secondly, there has been failure in producing tariff fees, which is a guideline that is supposed to be given, that is for the architects and all the other professions within it to be able to work with. And what that does is then that means the architects can charge anything, exorbitantly less or anything.
Also, there's no standard.
There is no standard. It's lacking. It's supposed to be done on an annual basis, but they failed to do that on an annual basis. That means that the public is at risk in the sense that anyone can come and play any ball and charge anything they want, which is a big problem. But then their mandate of protecting the public has been failed there. Then there is a dossier that shows that SACAP staff members are being paid. Then SACAP senior staff members and board members have increased their salaries and procedurally, and some by 77%.
Okay, Dr. Kuba, let me bring Yashai into this conversation. I want you to respond to the first because we've spoken about the members, but the topic, the dossier, that document that ensures that everybody's on the same page.
Yes. Okay, the first one, Kuda, I agree with my colleague. We all face the same challenge. But just to contextualize the problem, it's not a unique problem facing the architectural profession. We have 6 built environment councils. We are all subject to what? The Competition Commission. The Competition Commission prevents any reservation of work as it existed in the past or tariffs of fees. However, now, with the IDOW, our Act requires us to produce an IDOW. We have to consider skills of other professionals other than architects as well. I think the The comparison of a nurse to a doctor is incorrect. We're looking at transformation redress. The majority of professionals registered on the SACAP database are from other categories other than architect. Now, the IDOW, as it stands, has been rejected, all 6 built environment councils, by the Competition Commission. So we are looking at different ways. We are collaborating with the voluntary organizations, and we are trying to come up with a more fair a model for the identification of work.
All right, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but I wish time was on it. But what I'm not trying to is us have this conversation and pick it up, as time goes on, because I know the petition is being signed, is being launched next week sometime. So I think let's do that. Let's pick up this conversation next weekend again, so that we have a solution by the end of this, because I don't think there is a solution now. Dr. Kuda Mucharambei, there we go, is an architect. He's representing Architects for Change. Earlier was Crane O'Neill, and then as well as SACAP President Shine Lucan, who was here as well. All right, let's take a quick ad break. Amanda Black performs for us. Stay with us.